Pasar Blauran, a well-known traditional market in Surabaya, which is specifically in Jalan Blauran, Kranggan, Tembok Dukuh, Sawahan, Surabaya. This market is located precisely side by side with PJ Junction, Surabaya. Native Surabayan must have been familiar with this legendary place that serves a lot of traditional food and other goodies. Some of the well-known foods you can find in this market are tahu campur, rujak cingur, es dawet, and many other varieties of food that attract tourists who came to Surabaya. Not only serves various kinds of food, but Blauran Market also has become a historical object for local communities in Surabaya for its long history since its first establishment in the 19th century. The function of this market is still the same as traditional markets in general. The use of classical arrangements in both facilities and infrastructure is still strong with traditional instruments, and of course, they can still compete in the midst of modernization, although not as firm as usual. There are several story versions about Blauran market history. According to the Research and Development Division of Blauran Market, Blauran came from Dutch language where blauwe means blue and ran means lace. In the past, circa 1700, there was a long white wall. To make the wall look more fascinating, the merchants around painted with the color of blue lace, hence it is known as Blauran. After going through a lot of journeys as post-culture object, Blauran Market is now facing new emerging competition that worries the merchants. Based on the interview we did with the merchants, serious challenges are coming as a result of its location, which is right next to PJ Junction Surabaya Mall. Therefore, Blauran Market has to compete and strive to attract people's attention and interest to buy things there. Besides, since the pandemic occurred back in 2020, a lot of market vendors have been forced to stop their activities due to numerous reasons. The reasons are decreasing number of the customers, rental fee that they have to pay, and the cost of living and daily needs. The merchants believe that they can still survive this modern era even though they're only offering old local dishes. Being there, selling food since 1990, they have managed to adapt to the new culture to increase their sales. The development of technology apparently brings a positive impact for their business. They have learned how to use it and now are able to run online-based food stores. Therefore, to face the fierce challenges and in order to survive this COVID-19 pandemic, our team has several suggestions that may help the merchants in Blauran Market.
The first suggestion is to wear a uniform for the merchants that will be used on certain days. For example, on Thursdays, all the merchants could wear batik, and on Sunday, they could wear certain bright colored clothes. But of course, the commodities agreement is needed. By wearing the same clothes for all the merchants, we do hope that it could rigid the outer looks of the merchants, creating a more harmonious picture and attract people from both outside and inside Surabaya. The second suggestion is to increase the sanitation and cleaning services in the market. The awareness of people today on cleanliness, especially young people, is increasing. Moreover, Blauran Market is a place where foods are being sold. The good hygiene of the place is pleasing to the eye and will surely make visitors not hesitate to buy food there. They also feel more comfortable roaming around in the market. Next suggestion is to improve the layout of the merchants in the market. As for right now, Blauran Market seems a bit full and unorganized. Therefore, it is important to make it more neat and presentable for visitors to buy things, or at least sightseeing. Our fourth offer is taking online vendors and using digital marketing to increase the promotion and exposure of the market. Social media, such as Instagram and Facebook, could be used as effective methods to increase sales with a cheaper budget. They can upload photos of their food they sell, reviews from the food vloggers who eat there, create innovative traditional foods, and other interesting content. To attract the attention of netizens, they can put interesting and creative captions. In addition, they should upload it regularly so that the insights remain stable. They can post an interactive post and try to be more communicative so the customers will feel more appreciated. Cooperating with platforms such as Gojek, Grab, or Shopee Food could also hopefully help the merchants to take customer orders even in this current pandemic where we ought to maintain social distancing. The next one is providing information such as the history and fun facts about the market. Wall magazines, which contain some information about the market, can be placed in several spots inside the market. We would also like for the merchants to add historical stories behind each food. It could be in form of pamphlet, stickers, and etc. that are placed in noticeable places for customers. This kind of information could possibly increase the intrinsic value of the market and foods that are being sold there, attract more people to buy them, as well as introducing the cultural side of this market. Last but not least, it is highly recommended to consider changing payment methods or system integration in the market. Nowadays, many people prefer to buy things with cashless payment. We are sure that it would help the customers who want to use e-money for payment. With that idea, the system and market appearances can compete with existing modernization and can develop better in the future.